you know is all a lie, all caught up in paradise.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Brotherhood of Dirt. Today I wanted to, show you my method for installing three-way switches. These things are everywhere in my field, in the maintenance field, in MRO, in electrical, in, housing and remodeling. They're everywhere. And it amazes me how many people that are in my field, how many people I know personally that don't know how to install a three-way switch. People that have been in this field for years and still don't know how to do it. My way might not be the most politically correct, or you might disagree with how I do this, but it works for me. And I figure if it works for me, maybe it could work for you. And then if you're looking for a job in a couple of weeks, in a month, maybe you hop on some local job board, some job posting site, you come across the maintenance gig and you're like, hey, wait a minute, I know how to do that. Maybe it'll give you a step ahead of the next guy. Knowledge is fucking power, guys. It doesn't hurt. But a three-way switch, real quick, is a switch that controls one device, one fixture, from two different locations. We will be controlling that ceiling fan from this switch. You can turn it off and on from there. You can turn the ceiling fan on and off from here. My first step, what I do first, is I want to figure out, where am I getting power from? What wire? Just getting some more light on the situation. What wire is hot? Where do I get my power? What powers this circuit? It's got to be something. So we'll set up our voltage meter to AC. You can see it's set up to read up to 120 volts here. Up to 120 volts here. Now, if you don't have a multimeter, go get one. I don't know if we're going to be able to read it that well. This one isn't backlit, so. But, the first step in troubleshooting one of these is finding out where you're getting your power from. Which one of these 3, 6, which one of these wires is carrying power to the switch? And I'll ground my common probe on something metal. And I'll just go from wire to wire and see if I get a reading of 120 volts. I don't see anything here. I've touched all 3 wires. I went from black. Nothing. I go to red. Get a little bit of something, but not enough to say that that's carrying all the current. In white. Still nothing. So we know that power from the breaker box is not coming here. There's no current coming to this box. So it must be at the other one, which makes sense because, this one is closer to the breaker box. So you can see here, I've grounded the probe, the common, lead, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to check the white. I don't know if you'll be able to see that well. But I'm on the white wire right now. I'm getting nothing. Let's go to the red wire. Nothing. Let's go to the black wire. And wait a second. There we go. That tells you that that line is hot. As soon as I take it off, we lose it. As soon as I put it back on, you can see that we're getting current. So what that means is that this black wire coming out of this box right here is hot. That's where we're getting our power. So on our three-way switch, where we're getting power is going to be connected to what they call the common screw, the black screw. Usually where we're going to connect our hot line will be a different color than the other two. You can't really see it, but we have two gold screws and a black screw, and that black screw is called the common. These are called travelers. They're going to take power from this switch and give you the ability to control it over here. So let me get that switch wired up, and then I'll come back and show you the rest. Alright, so you can see that I've wired the black line, the hot line, to the common terminal. Excuse me. The red traveler is at the gold screw. The white traveler is at the gold screw. Now, it doesn't matter how you wired your travelers as long as they're good. Now, since there are two travelers representing two potential pathways for the current to get to our fixture, we need to make sure they're both acting like they should. We need to make sure that both travelers over at this switch are activated when that switch is toggled, meaning there should be current at the white switch when the switch is toggled, and there should be current at the red wire when the switch is toggled. It just depends on what position the switch is in. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to ground our common probe. The switch is in the down position over there, so we're going to check for voltage at the white screw. And look at that. Right off the bat, not white screw, white wire. Right off the bat, we're showing 118 volts. Beautiful. So we'll check the red line, the red wire. And that's what we get. That's fine. So we'll come back over here. We'll toggle the switch into the upward position. We'll come back over here, remembering that when it was down, we got a reading at the white wire. So let's check the white wire first. And there you go. Minimal. Let's go ahead and check the red wire. And there you go. So our travelers are showing the proper voltage when the switch is toggled, when the three-way is initiated. Cool. Let me get that wired up and we'll finish up. Alright, we have everything wired up and connected. We have our two travelers connected to the gold screws. These were the wires that were found to carry current when the switch on the other wall was turned up and down, was toggled. There's really no off, I guess. But those are our travelers connected to the gold screws. And we have our black common wire connected to the common screw. Okay? So, and I apologize if I'm confusing you, if I'm hard to follow, if my terminology is incorrect. This is just how I learned it, and this is what works for me, and maybe in trying to explain it, I confuse you, so I apologize, but I hope you can refer back to this at some point, and maybe it'll help you out should you need assistance. Well, let's check it out. We should be able to control it now from these switches. As you can see, that's been toggled to the up position. The light is off. We'll toggle it down, and the light is on. We'll go up and down, and it comes on and off. Still on. Let's go check this switch. Toggle it up, and the light goes off. Toggle it down, light goes on. We'll leave it off. We'll come over here. We'll turn it on. Beautiful. We'll come over here one more time, and we will turn it off. And it works. All we'll have to do now is get them back into their junction boxes, and we'll go on to the next switch. Again, guys, I apologize if I'm hard to follow. You know, I don't always know the correct terminology. I don't always know how to explain myself, so bear with me. I'm trying here. But we'll get them back in the wall, and we'll get on to the next task. I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully this helps you out if you're ever looking for assistance in wiring a three-way. I'll stop rambling and get the hell out of here. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.